What's going on, peeps? It's another episode of the D.B.A.B. podcast. That's
Good
right,
job.
special effects in here. We are up in the game, and hopefully we have a great episode for you tonight. I already know one member tonight. He is on fire, so hopefully he keeps burning all podcasting. If you don't know what I'm talking about, that is Mr. Garcia, aka Jack. We got the whole crew here tonight: Cleet, myself, Curtin, Adam, Cobbs, and Jack. The DBAB podcast. We are excited to be here to talk about whatever. I don't even know what we're going to be talking about tonight, but it's going to be a great, great show. Um, but anyways, without further ado, it is the DBAB podcast. What's going on, everybody? It's the DBAB podcast with your boy Curtin. Remember, you can always find our show on anywhere podcasts can be found: Apple, Spotify, anywhere. Also, we are on YouTube and on Twitter. So go like us, follow us, subscribe, add us, whatever they do nowadays. All that fun stuff. As we bring you another great episode, fellas, thanks for joining in. We had a fiery talk going in. Jack's already having Wi-Fi issues. He's already had to relocate. Cleats bringing some heat. He's already roasting people. I've already laughed my ass off. Adam's got a weird looking hat on, and of course we got Cobbs, right? So it's gonna be a great night, fellas. Again, like I said, appreciate y'all being here. Um, anyways, but I want to start off with. We usually start off with be the light if we have one. I got one. If you guys have one here in a second, you can go. But like we've talked about, I think a couple weeks ago, right? I write letters to all my seniors. I handed those out yesterday. Takes me a little bit of time to go through them because usually I got 100 plus kids I got to write for and kind of somewhat personalize their messages, and whatnot, without trying to be too generic or whatnot. But it is always a great feeling of, I always try to pick a day where I know majority of them are going to be in class because sometimes it's hit or miss on kids or whatnot. But just giving a little talk and just saying, like, hey, appreciate you, thank you for being in here, blah, all that kind of stuff, um, and then passing out those cards to those kids, and then some of those kids, like the emotions that they feel, obviously pulls at my strings or whatnot too because of the relationships and bonds that we've made and whatnot. So, that's my be the light, and not necessarily like for me, but I want to say the be light for my kids because they inspire me and motivate me to be better every day and stuff. So, like I said, I originally got that idea from my boy Jack. And I've been doing it the last 3 years, and it's probably one of the highlights of my year. It's probably one of the greatest things I do for my kids, and I know that they appreciate it and they love it. So hopefully, it's something they cherish. And like I tell them, like my biggest thing as a teacher is like no matter the wins on the field or any sport I coach, the biggest victory for me is the type of person that they develop into being. So however I can impact that positively is for me is the greatest victor overall. So but that's my be the light for this week, especially since it's our last week of school this week. Tomorrow's our last day with a half day. But it's been another great year for year number 5 for me. But I don't know if you guys have anything else you want to add.
You're 5?
Yes.
Dang.
Anyone else got to be the light? Because if not, I'm about to put you guys on the spot.
No, but
Um,
thanks, Jack and Curtin, for the good, and I guess Cleve was doing it too. So thanks for the good idea. I did it with my baseball seniors this year. It was the first time we've done it. I don't do it for the elementary kids just because
Right.
baseball, I got like 300 of them, but every kid in the whole school every day. So it'd take me, like, I'd have to start at Christmas and just to get done.
mhm.
Yeah.
It was a good idea. The seniors, one of them read it while we were standing there. I told him he didn't have to, and then he was like, "Oh, coach, wait." I was like, "Okay," and he enjoyed it. Like you kind of said, it was cool to see the emotion that came out of his face. That him to give me a hug and say thanks or whatever. So it was a cool deal. So thanks for the idea, guys.
Yeah, it's an awesome thing. It could be a little thing for us. We might spend, I don't know, 5 minutes writing it, whatever, but the impact goes a lot longer than that. So that's why I like doing it. You know what I mean? Just to show a little bit of appreciation because not many other people do that. You know what I mean? It's not like, in Jack's case when he first started doing it for writing it for the senior football players, like nobody else was doing that. You know what I mean? So it adds a little bit more value to it because it shows the kids that you care. And as far as I know, here in my workplace, like I'm the only one that does it for seniors, so it just helps bring a little value to it. But it's great. I'm glad that we are all doing something to help spread joy and be the light for our kids and all that kind of stuff.
Definitely. Definitely.
Oh yeah, I I got blessed this last weekend. Some of y'all know my best friend from high school got married, and I was fortunate enough to get an invitation to his wedding. He's about the only person from my high school I still like talk to. You know, and just I was really blessed, and got to see his parent. His parents were like a second mom and dad to me. I was over his house so dang much. They fed me and all that good stuff,
It's
and
a lot of
so
whoppers, huh?
yeah. Oh, it was, dude. It was. I mean, his dad can cook, bro, and his mom can cook.
Mm.
So I did not go hungry when I was at their house for
That's the only
sure.
reason I
But
went over there.
all right, but it was a pretty cool deal. He again, one of my best friends in this world. You know, when he's probably my oldest friend, I probably still consistently talk to, and and y'all know how it is when you get older and you graduate from high school. A lot of times your friends in your professional world and or from college are your other friends you really kind of like consistently talk to, like again, like y'all, you know. But it's one of those things. He me and him just still. It's every few months. I'll shoot a text or he'll shoot a text to me, just kind of checking up and see how we're doing. And you know, got got blessed to be his wedding and see him get married. And just it was a pretty cool deal. And if y'all ever go to Colorado Springs, I highly recommend it. It's freaking beautiful. It is freaking beautiful. I highly recommend Colorado Springs. The only thing that sucks is the altitude. It's six
Oh,
thousand. It's 6,000 feet, and I mean, it kicks your ass that first
Yeah,
few day and a half.
I'm sure it does.
So,
yeah.
especially when you're fat and out of shape, which doesn't help. But
Your shape, you're round, baby.
hey,
That's a
I
shape.
know, right?
That's a
And
shape.
fluffy. He's fluffy too.
That's a
So,
shape,
but
baby.
it was but yeah, just just that was my be like this week. Just being blessed by my buddy. He thought enough of me to invite me to his wedding.
It
You
makes you
know,
feel
and
good. Those
oh
make
yeah, it does for sure.
it doesn't mean much, but kind of means when you got invited, especially two of my best friends that got married, and I got the opportunity to be in their wedding because they were in mine. Um, but it means a little bit, and you see their face, and you know the person in and out, and you see them when their significant other walks down the aisle. You feel it. You feel
Hmm.
the actual love and genuine because you've known them the whole relationship. Adam knows one of them, and we've known this relationship their whole life. He's a good friend of ours. He's not in the coaching profession, but you guys know he's my ride or die. Y'all know that. Call him for anything. We me and Adam know the relationship, and we know this guy really good. And a lot of time when he had some ups and downs with his woman, he'd be coming out and hanging out with me and Adam. So he doesn't think Adam's his friend because he thinks Adam's an a-hole, but Adam's a deep down he loves you even though. But we're closing down the end of the year. We're coaches and teachers, so our end of the year is a little hectic to us, and it's kind of seems like a wasted day. But I'm putting you guys on the spot, especially
Let's
you,
go.
Mr. Logistics. So last week or the last 2 weeks, it's been teacher appreciation, right? So
Mm.
there had not all coaches and teachers have said the reason they got into the profession was because of a coach or a teacher. The reason I got into the profession was because of coaches and a teacher. So it doesn't matter what age you were or what grade you were.
Mm.
What is your earliest memory of your favorite teacher?
Ooh.
We'll start with Mr. Logistics because I'm pretty sure I know Adams.
Okay.
But we'll start with Adam.
Ooh, I gotta think now.
I mean, I was a little Helican growing up. So I got into high school, and he ended up being my college recruiter and old Coach Sparkman. He was probably my number one to where I was like, you know what, you're talented, but you can't do anything off talent alone. You need to be disciplined. And so he was kind of like, you know what, honestly, I would say if it wasn't for him slapping me into shape when I was like a sophomore in high school, I don't think that I would have ever stepped foot on a college field. He pretty much slapped me straight. He was like, and then I went into my recruit visit and he's like, honestly, if you were to talk to me 2 years ago, do you think you'd be sitting in that seat right now? I'd been like, yeah, I would think so. He's like, honestly, I wouldn't be the one talking to you if that's how you believe. He's like, because the way that I saw and the person that I saw talent and only talent. I didn't see any discipline. I saw that every excuse was possible. And he's like, so if you were to ask me 2 years ago, is there a recruiting shallow order that you would want? And he said, my name would have never been written down. And so like then that was probably the whole turnaround of how I even ended up, where I ended up, obviously Wayland football. But if it wasn't for that, I know that's like a long time to have been in school before you realize like somebody who actually made an impact. It was like an impact that actually hit home and kind of drove me into a career base. What do I want to do? How do I see myself? Am I going to learn discipline? And I would just have to say that a lot of it was, he pretty much set me straight when I was right there in high school, telling me like, hey, you're not going to be anything.
Yep. That's what I figured you were going with. Oh, Coach Sparkman, good people. He was big on my list for coaches, but he's good people. And it sounds like someone has told you that stuff before, but we'll let it be. Okay, let's go with Coblet. Let's go.
Ooh, Coblet.
I don't know, man. There's a bunch. It's hard to name just one, but
It's your earliest memory, man.
Oh, I know. Like it's tough to name just one. Like I said, you could I could easily name, an elementary teacher and all that, but obviously, like being a coach, like I guess my biggest one. There's really two of them that really impacted me the most when I became a seventh grader, or I guess really, I I don't know, maybe middle school, going into high school, whatever. Like obviously, I'm not a big dude. Obviously, Jack likes to make fun of me all the time, but
Wow.
so like in high school, like I wasn't very big dude, whatever, but head coach Rusty Nail. Yeah, I see you over there, Cleet. Our head coach Rusty Nail over at Mark, Texas. He he always, I don't know, he always pushed me, like pushed my buttons. I mean, there was never an easy day with him. That's for dang sure. Like the dude stayed on me every day as a freshman, and then obviously as a sophomore when I got my chance to play on the varsity and everything else over there. So it was just and then go to college and then get my degree done and all that. And I knew I wanted to go be a coach just to give the same support that he gave to a kid. Like he believed in me whenever, like I said, I wasn't a very big dude, and I didn't want to, get in the trenches and get in linebackers and all that stuff, and play with the big boys, I guess you could say, because I was a small guy. But he always pushed me regardless. But that he just pushed me to be a better, never give up. I guess what I'm saying. He gave you that fight and kick in the butt every time. It didn't matter. I mean, one of the funniest stories is he would always sit in the press box during practice, and he would get on the intercom, and he would just chew everybody's butt. And so, like I had jammed my thumb earlier in the week, or at least I thought I jammed my thumb. And so then it came, I don't know, Wednesday or something, and we were having a practice, and my mom, I woke up and I couldn't move my thumb, and it was purple. I mean, it was purple and black at that point. So mom's like, "Well, we're going to the doctor. I don't care." We didn't have trainers back then, so we didn't have trainers at my school. It was the coaches. And so ended up going to the doctor, and just the way you were taught, it doesn't matter if you're hurt or not, you're still going to practice. And so I ended up breaking my thumb. They put me in a cast. I told the doctor, I was like, "Hey, I'm playing regardless. Like, I don't care what you say. Like, I'm going to find a way on the field." And he said, "All right, that's fine. Pat it up and go." And I was like, "All right, cool." So I go back the first day. I get there. They pat it up, tape it up, whatever. And instinct, like I'm keeping my hand out to the side and trying to tackle somebody. man, all I heard over that intercom was nothing good. He was get your ass out of there if you're not gonna tackle nobody. I don't need soft ass players. You know, I mean, he was just letting it loose, and I was like, man, the whole town could hear this. Like at this point, so like I was pissed. So I went and sat on the side, but he always made it a point to come talk to you. You know, after like he came down, you know, halfway through practice, he was like, hey, he's like, we just need you to be physical, you know, whatever. And so, you know, it was a cool thing. And you know, during that time, he told me he was like, you know, he's like, you're going to be the defense MVP if we go to state. I'm just telling you. And I was like, man, whatever. Like, you know, at this point, I was like, man, you're just blowing smoke, you know, like whatever. And then, you know, sure enough, like defensive MVP of the state game, and I was like, dang, that's kind of crazy. And so he just, you know, like I said, he just always gave me, you know, taught me to fight and never give up, and hard work, you know, ends up getting you success in the end. So
That's definitely good old coaches, baby.
really,
Good old
I
coaches,
wouldn't.
baby.
I wouldn't be surprised if he said something like, "God's blessed you with 2 hands. Use them both." You know what I
there
mean?
was a
Like,
lot more words used than that.
I'm-
I ain't
I
gonna-
bet,
I ain't
some,
gonna put those
I bet some old man in the coffee shop was going, "Yeah, what?
Tell him,
Well,
tell him, coach.
You
It
get
was-
on his ass."
it was
Tell
funny.
him.
hell, right?
hey, Maxine, open the window. We
Coach,
can't hear him.
Rusty Mill, man. And it was funny because I ended up telling my dad and mom, you know, like what happened when I went home or whatever. And they're like, oh, that was practice with your club or whatever. And I told them like everything he said. They were like, my dad was like, huh, you probably deserve the shit. So figure it out. I was like, all right, cool. Thanks.
That's tough love, man. You gotta love it.
Yep.
I'll tell you, mine wasn't a coach. My earliest memory is, and before I let the two finaleist up there, I'll be. Mine is a middle school or an elementary school teacher, and then she eventually moved up to the high school. Um, she's a perfect example of what our mantra is: be the light. Um, without this woman, she taught our mother, she taught me, and she taught my little brother. And she's taught more generations than us, but she taught 3 generations of the Garcias. And so, but she was every single time saw us and she knew us by name, she'd ask us certain things about people that only she would know. This lady, remarkable woman. She had no bad day. Um, and if you made her mad, Adam could vouch for this. If you made her mad, she goes, "I'll switch your naked legs. Now get on a play, little bunny rabbits." Like Miss Warren, is probably one of my favorite teachers, and she is a real reason why I became a teacher because the impact that generations that this woman has had. Um, she said, she'd come to work every single day, ask you how you were, smile, and say, "Well, get on to class, bunny rabbits, before I switch your naked legs." And she was 80 when we had her. She's still around. Great woman, remarkable woman, a living, breathing example of be the light for every day. And she is a Shallow Water, Texas staple, man. You say that name in Shallow Water, Texas, there's somebody in that city or town that knows that lovely woman.
Okay, hold up. So, what's her name?
Mary Warren.
Mary.
Miss
I'm gonna ask-
Mary Warren. Yes.
My stepfather went to Shallow Water. I'm gonna ask him.
I would. And I'm sure she literally, we had her at middle school. I had her in middle school, and then she moved up to high school and was a sub. Adam had her when she was subbing.
Yeah, I had her when she was a
She re-
substitute teacher. She
She
was
retired.
pretty much a sub every day, but she taught every grade level. But she
Yes.
full on taught our mom. She was a
Yes.
full-time teacher when she taught my mom in the high school.
She was an eighth grade.
That's
She was my 8th grade history teacher.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's cool, like the generational like impact, and that's one thing that's cool about small towns and that teachers that stay for a long time and they
Yeah.
have those.
Yeah.
They have that ability to go through generations to where they'll teach a kid and then they grow up and they teach that kid to kid. And it's kind of cool. The story.
Then they'll grow up and teach that kids.
Yes.
Yeah, it's amazing. Like it's like our secretary here in Sealy. Like she celebrated her birthday today. I think she was 74, but she's been at Sealy for like over 30 years and stuff. I'm just imagining just like all the change that she's seen and all the kids that have come through, and it's always remarkable when people can have that longevity,
Yeah.
somewhere and how much of an impact they can make. in that
Which
time. You know what I mean? But
When
which
you
is why you try to
find
stay.
out
Yeah.
when you find a home, it's easy.
Yeah.
yeah,
When you find home,
right,
wherever that is,
right.
and for her that's Sealy. That's for her.
Yeah,
Miss
it's
Warren, that was
just
Shallwater.
Yeah.
yeah, it's
Uh,
amazing. Just I always
hey,
appreciate those type of people, and like you get
Hmm.
envious of it because you would like to find that for yourself too, where you can be somewhere for a long
that's
time
true.
and
That's
whatnot.
true.
But
That's true, and that's a lot of places and a lot of teachers do it. I mean, you see now there's a teachers. If you guys follow Pete Christie, good shout out Pete Christie. He does a really good job of spotlighting teachers and coaches
amen.
in West Texas area. And he mentioned a teacher, a tennis coach that was at Florida the other day, and she was there for 31 years, long time.
Oh
So
yeah.
when you get home, it's like that. But I think for sure it's. I mean, we had a lady, our librarian, and Miss U,
Yeah.
retire here in Terrell, and she reminded me so much of my grandmother and Miss Warren that I went up and told her, and I had a conversation with her, and I said, I said we live a mantra, me and Cobbs have a group, and we talk about being the reason why somebody feels like someone, and you are a living, breathing example of that. So I appreciate that. I've never seen you have bad days. I've never seen you yell at anybody, and they love you and respect you. And one of these days, I wish I get the same love and respect you have for all these years. And we have I guess uh, honorary teacher or at-risk guy that we've had. He's been at Terrell his whole life, and cancer sucks. There's no doubt about it.
Right.
And he was the first guy that me and Hannah met here in Terrell. He's a great dude. Anything he knows you, he asks you, he talks to you. If I felt bad a couple weeks ago. Had a guy that worked in central admin that didn't know who I was or asked me what my name was, but he knew who my wife was. But then I remember that this man walked in, shook my hand, asked me how I was doing, said, "It's so good to see you." And I said, at the end of the day, that guy that didn't know who I was, this guy did. And makes you feel a certain way. And it's always good to see this man because he brightens your day every time you see him. And living, breathing example of Terrell, living, breathing example of what it is to be a great human.
Yeah.
And so it's gonna be rough not seeing him every day or every year like we have here since I've been here. But I'm off my soapbox. Let's go. Let's go with you, old Cletus.
Oh,
Your teacher, coach, individual that has impacted you, or your first person that has made you be where you are, or one of your earliest memories.
mm,
And
You
Adam,
you
don't
pro-
have your cat distract us no more.
you probably, Jack, you probably know or have an idea who I'm probably gonna say. It's Steve Taylor. You know, he Jack talked about the guy who, or that lady who was the example of be the light. Steve Taylor is a prime example of being a good person. He's a he when he was the AD head football coach at Greenwood, um, he made it a point to know every single kid that went through that program, from the starting quarterback on the varsity to the third string B team guard, seventh grade B team guard. You know, he made a point to know every single kid in that program. And he made a point to always try to make a kid's day by saying hello to him and talking to him. You know, he's a big reason why I became coaching. It really kind of opened my eyes to, like, how to treat people and how to, he always had a saying at Denver City was, you know, we impact kids every day. Now, the impact can be positive or negative. It's up to us whether it's positive or negative or not. But
right.
we impact every kid every day.
Amen.
But it's our decision whether it's a positive impact or a negative impact.
Amen.
He always said, make sure you are having a positive impact every single day on these kids. And so Coach Taylor was big influence for me. I walked the stage at UTBB as soon as I got to my truck. He was my first phone call to see if he had a job in Denver City for me. He was my very first phone call when I was looking for a job. And so, unfortunately, he didn't have one. Ended up where I was. Then 2 years later, was able to go to Denver City because of Coach Taylor, and ended up, being able to pretty cool moment when you get to play for a guy, then you end up working for a guy. It was a pretty cool moment, and that in having that connection, and so it's Steve Taylor's like I said, he was probably the reason I became a coach. I wanted to because I've been around it. My dad was a coach, and I've been around the business for my whole life. But I was always like, I don't know. And Coach Taylor was the guy that really kind of like made me want to do this profession the rest of my life.
Yep.
Just because of his impact on my life and his impact of every kid he came in contact with.
I agree. I agree with that. I write. If you don't know me, I write things about each person I meet and in contact with. I write 3 things I like about, 3 things that I think that I can take away from them and put in me as my handbook manual of something.
Oh.
And one thing I took from Steve Taylor to this day is his interaction with every kid on that campus.
Doesn't matter who
Doesn't
you
matter
are.
who you are, coach. Or he would literally.
You cannot be in athletics.
Anything you walk in, he would know you by name, or if he didn't know your name, he would know your name and eventually get to know you and ask you a question about something that you were interested in. He was at every sporting event, every school, every sporting event, every academic event, every fine arts event. He was seen and present, and he cheered on kids. And that was one thing that I took away from Steve, Coach Taylor, that if I ever get the opportunity to be an AD head football coach, is I'm going to do that, is be seen regardless if it's just for
band competition to one act play to the freaking basketball game, baseball game. And I mean, and he made a point, if there was a kid from Denver City or from Greenwood competing in something, he was going to be there to support them.
Agreed. And I do like that, and I think that's one thing I try to do now.
Yeah, same.
I try to interact with any kid. Like, today was hanging out with senior field day, and I interacted with kids that I've seen in hallways and didn't know their names, and it was a good time. I met new seniors, which unfortunately they're going to be graduating Friday. But Friday when I see them, I'm going to congratulate them, fist bump them, shake their hand, whatever it is. But I did the senior walk with them on Tuesday, where they walked the elementary schools and the middle schools and all that. And as they walk out of the bus, I fist bump them. Even I didn't know a lot of them, but I tried to know them and had conversations with them. And that's one thing that I took away from Coach Taylor that to this day I still try to do. So shout out Coach Taylor. That's a good one there, Cletus. I'm 2 for 2 from people I know. Let's go, Joshua. What do you got here?
I'm curious, since you said that everybody you've met, you have some things you take away from them that you try to make yourself. I'm curious that what you take away from the group here. 3 positives that you take from each of us.
That's a conversation for another podcast.
And 3 things that you say these guys are absolute dumbasses.
I didn't say dumb. I didn't say
no.
dumb.
No. I'm just saying, like,
I don't like that. That you do that I can't do.
No, I know that. No, I understand that part where there's 3 things that you like that you want to incorporate in yourself, but it'd be interesting to be like, if there's 3 things they do that you don't like that you wouldn't incorporate. I mean, like,
Josh, this is why you wrong Jack, because you put words in his mouth, sir.
He's trying to lower you back to earth.
Yes.
I know he is. I'm just trying to.
It'll be another cool conversation.
Yeah, I know. Hey, don't worry, Cleet. I'm
with no mics or cameras.
I know. Hey, don't worry.
This thing would be the same thing that day.
Cletus, don't worry. I am plotting and planning, son. I am plotting and planning.
Hey,
you won't know. I am plotting and planning.
Guess what? Hey, right here.
Wow, on the podcast. Oh,
Give him the stunner.
oh, on the video. Good thing is on the audio version.
Oh, there goes
Oh,
Michael.
oh, oh,
Jumping
oh,
through
please
pixels
not.
again.
Oh, here goes Pixel,
oh.
Mr. Pixel.
Hey, can we make him change his name?
Pixels.
Like that should be mandatory from here on out.
Oh,
Oh,
Hold
this
on,
is
let me-
great. Oh, can somebody take a picture of this, please? Like, this get a screenshot or something of this picture of him.
I did already. I got you.
Oh,
Hey Jack,
oh. This is
That is-
literally, isn't there like a scene from like Wreck-It Ralph where they get like frozen or paused or something like that?
yeah, I think,
Oh,
hey,
there
you
you
know,
go.
how to see you later.
All right, Josh. So,
How to see your ass later.
There he is.
Hey, nice to see you
I'm
again.
in another room now.
get closer to the
Hey,
modem.
you know what it is? I think I know what it is, guys. Hannah's freaking jacking with it because he took the living room.
Mm.
She's not even here. She's doing her Teacher of the Year stuff right now.
Oh,
Wow.
wait, what's
Oh,
she?
what
Shout out
She's
for
out.
her, be the light. She, we're talking about all this. I know deep down in my heart that some of these kids she's teaching this year, later down the road, if they create podcasts or they're talking to their next future leaders,
She's
they're
gonna
going to
be
say
on there.
Miss Hannah Garcia is going to be their teacher that impacted them.
Fucking
And
A, she is. 'Cause
I
she
know
is.
from the bottom of my heart that's what she is because she's impacted me ever since I met her. So
Yeah, absolutely. Shout out to Hannah Garcia.
shout out to the
you
better
know,
Garcia.
is-
That's right.
She is
Okay,
absolutely be the
Josh.
light.
All right,
You-
Josh, what's yours? Who's
The
yours?
last. All right, so how Jack said it, like the first memory of a teacher, I'm going way back to third grade, Miss Epwright, because she was the first hottest teacher I could ever remember having in school. And she was great. Other than that, I don't like I've had tons of teachers and all that stuff, but moving around quite a bit as kids, like wasn't really anywhere for a longish time to have truly an impact from a certain teacher, if that makes sense. But I do have two coaches. Now, of course, 80% of us in this group are coaches nowadays, and we've been inspired by a coach. And I'm sure Adam, like you said earlier, he was also inspired by a coach. Um, he's just not in the profession yet, right? But the first one, I'm going to go on the negative side because he inspired me onto things on not to do or not how to be as a coach, if that makes sense. And that was
Mhm.
when we relocated as a family to Orlando, and I was at a school. I won't name it, just so we name all that kind of stuff. But there for 2 years, played football senior year. Unfortunately, tore my ACL third game into the season and whatnot. But he was the type of person that never checked up. I don't know if he ever really built relationships with kids. We had a stud athlete at the time, so I think all of his focus was more on that individual. And then we weren't very good. I think we went 2-8 or whatnot. So it's a struggle bus. But the thing that sticks out to me and will always burn a hole in my memory to where I would never do it to a kid is that even though I got hurt early on, at the end of the year when we had our football, like a little award banquets and stuff like that, um, out of all the kids that showed up, I was the only one that didn't get anything. And when I went up to him afterwards to kind of like shake his hand, I got a cold shoulder as he walked by me. Right? It was kind of like if I was never on the team,
So he
never
big timed you.
acknowledged me. Yeah, big time me. Yep, I know how it feels. Um, you know what I mean? But as a 17, 18-year-old,
Mhm.
that was a bit tough, especially like being the only person there. Most of the kids, like most of us, it would have been like a participation certificate, whatever. Like, hey, thanks for being here, whatever, blah, 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 stuff. Especially as a senior, but um, that was something that burned in my mind that as a coach nowadays, not to overlook kids, no matter their impact or their role or how much playing time they get or whatever the case may be, and kind of like what y'all were alluding to just earlier about knowing every kid and building relationships and all that kind of stuff. So that impacted me. But the biggest one probably would be my head soccer coach at that same school. He had a big impact. I'll shout him out. His name is Coach Betzinger. He's a straight soccer guy, but just
With it.
yeah, that was his nickname. But just the way he built relationships with you, the way he coached you, and all this kind of stuff, and then also outside of it, like club sports, he was a part of the same organization I played with. So like being around him a lot, just a great dude. I would literally like he was the type of person that I would literally run through walls for, right? Just the type of person he was and how he would kind of, obviously, just like any sport, like once coaches kind of see something in you, and they kind of develop that little bit of a liking for you, if you will, they kind of have, they'll be more encouraging, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like we've all seen it, when we have those kids that work a little bit harder or they're trying really, really hard and, we kind of help try to pump them up. You know what I mean? He was like that. So every time he did that, it got me more motivated to work harder because I wasn't the most talented soccer wise. I wasn't the fastest, didn't have the best skills, but I was gonna show up uh, with my hard hat and I was gonna go to fucking work. You know what I mean?
Yes,
So
sir.
that was one thing. That was one thing about it, and he always talked about pride and passion, right? And that was something that's carried with me all my life is just having pride in what you do and having passion to do it, all that good stuff. But those are my inspirations. So that was a good topic, Jack.
Well
Especially
done,
with
boys.
appreciations and stuff. That was
That's what's
really
up, man.
well done. So my hats off to you, Jack.
Stop it.
With that,
I
that was a
just
great one. But
we gotta shout out teachers. I mean, because think about it in this way. It's an unappreciated job, unsupported job, but a teacher has had their hand, his or her hand, on every career path that has ever been written.
Yeah.
So, shout out to teachers. All the great ones. There's some great ones. There's some bad ones. I can go on some bad ones. I can go on a great coach.
right,
God rest his soul. Um, Adam knows who he is. He's one of the reasons why I never quit, and I run circles around people that say I don't work. But anyway, you guys had all good ones. I appreciate you guys answering on the spot. By the way, that's good stuff. And all right, Josh. Should we? You want to do another story? What do we got? What else we got?
What
You want
the-
another teacher
well,
story?
just
Hey,
real quick, I
or,
guess.
not, or we could go actually all of this. Appreciation gift. The only person that really here that gets really good appreciation gifts is the elementary school PE teacher.
Hey, you got
All
Oh,
these
there's no
other
doubt.
all the other schmucks in here get a piece of candy.
Oh,
Oh,
hey, speaking of that, hey, I agree with you on that. But one of the coolest things, like hands down, one of the coolest things I ever got was so our school did, and I guess, dang, Josh just left us. All right, that's cool. Do we wait on him? No. All right.
No, just go through 'em.
Let's go. Let it
Hands
rip.
down, one of
Finish
the
it.
coolest things I ever gotten. So my school did like a little baby shower type thing or whatever because we're having a baby. And it was just kind of like it wasn't anything crazy. It was just like drop off, and then that was it. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So, like I went back and picked it all up, or whatever. Said thanks to everybody. One of the third grade classes made notes, personal notes from each kid, and it was like advice about having a baby. And they were like the funniest things to read. Like they were so cool. Like some of them, like some of the stuff they thought about, like a bunch of them did it. I'm sure they're probably copying off each other, and you know how that goes. But
Yeah.
somebody had to start it, obviously, and one of them said, you know, make sure you wipe, change the diaper or whatever. And then it said, but overall, make sure you take care of your wife. And I was like, dang, like that's by a
Wow.
third grader. I was like, that's impressive. Like that's that was awesome.
Their mom
Yeah.
helped them with that one.
No, they did.
The
Yeah, literally,
teacher.
they
This
did it in
teacher.
class. They did it in class the same day they had the deal. So,
That's
and it was
definitely a
cool. 'Cause the
teacher. That's definitely a teacher love right there.
oh yeah, and the teacher like put like a hole in every one of them and like strung them together. Like it was one of the coolest things ever.
That is real cool.
Yeah, it was fun.
Are you gonna hang it up?
Yeah, it's in the baby room, hanging up on the wall now.
Oh heck yeah,
And
that's
it was
awesome.
like
That's
it
what
was
I'm
like one of those
talking
things. Like me
about.
and the wife get home at like 8 o'clock, and she's like, I didn't open any gifts. I just waited on her, and then we're literally on the baby room floor at 8:30 at night reading these little cards for the kids. It was funny.
And she's probably crying.
No, she didn't cry, but she was laughing. Like 'cause some of them were funny, and like some of them you can't read because you're like trying to decipher what they're trying to spell.
The handwriting. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But it was like I said, it was one of the coolest things. Like
And it's
out of
also
all
what
teacher appreciation, it was definitely cool.
it's also it's also what handwritten. Handwritten means
Yes.
a little more differently than
Yeah.
most people.
Yeah.
Like I know,
Yes.
like there's
And
like
then-
you go at weddings. I've seen weddings they do.
Yeah.
Advice.
And it was like, it was one of those things like you're talking about handwritten, but then like, you're thinking like in my mind, like I'm gonna go to school next day. Kids, they ain't gonna remember. Dude, about 40 of them walk up to me like, Coach, did you get my note? Did you get my note? Like, and I had to say thanks. So I was like, okay, fine. So I just went to the classroom. And was like, hey guys, thanks for the note. Like whatever. But it was pretty cool.
That's
And then they were like,
clever, man.
yeah, it was. It was very clever. I was
Hey,
impressed.
baby. That'll be third graders, man. Are you smarter than a third grader? We know Cody Cobbs isn't.
Nope.
Hey, I gotta roast on our boy here. Okay, we had an award ceremony last night.
Oh yeah.
Get up out of
We
here.
had an award ceremony last night. He's not much for
I
talking
hate talking
in front of people, but
What did I do?
when it's us, he's starting to get out of his little shell a little bit of this podcast. So shout out D.B.A.B. podcast. But he goes up to the mic. He goes up to the mic and he goes, "Hi, I'm Cody Cobbs."
Well, dude. So, dude, the whole thing
That
started.
is what you said.
I
Stop.
agree.
You can't defend
I agree.
yourself on that.
What's
I'm
going
Cody
on at the
Cobbs.
same time is y'all don't know it is Sedberry's talking to me at the same time. And first of all, I don't like talking in front of people, much less somebody else talking to me at the same time. I was like, whatever, man, I'm over it.
I'm Cody Cobbs, the head
I'm Cody
baseball
Cobbs.
coach here.
It is.
Aye.
I will say it is like a little nerve wracking because even for mine, getting up there and speaking for boys soccer, like I even wrote like a little script to kind of go off of, and
You didn't go off it, did you?
I did for the most
You
part.
glanced.
And the thing, it was just that got me a little bit off, not really off track, or that started to get me a little bit nervous was that, like I'm like, hey, we've had a great season, blah blah blah, or whatever, blah blah blah. And I start listing off the kids, and as I'm listing off all the kids, like if kids got certain recognitions, I'm also saying like, all right, so Cleet Canepa, you know, first team all district, first team all state, all academic, blah
Honorary
blah
slap
blah.
ass.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, that too.
honorary slap ass, all this stuff. And then
Hope
like
you
the
don't
next
forget a
kid,
kid. You don't
no,
forget
and
a kid. That's
no, no,
my biggest fear.
no, it's not forgetting a kid.
Yeah.
It's not knowing that the kid is not there. So like getting up and be like, all right, Cody Cobb, and then like
You look
looking like a prick.
around and you go,
There's
"Oh,
Cody's not there.
It could
That
be
happened
worse.
like 5 or 6 times. You know what I mean? So like,
It could be worse. Our trainer didn't even know one of the kids' last names.
no."
You missed that, Jack?
Yeah, I guess I was
Dude.
talking.
Oh.
Hey, here's the crazy thing. Like, I caught it. I don't know if anybody else caught it. I haven't even asked Sedbury if he caught it. So, like, she's the very last award from the trainer. And she says, I don't know what I'm going to do without this girl. Like, she said she was, like, one of the best trainers I had. Like, we're going to really miss her next year. Like, it was, like, I guess her, MVP of trainers, I guess, whatever you want to call it, whatever she did. And she said her name, and then she stopped. And I was like, she not have, like, in my mind, I'm like, does she not have a last name? She leans over, like, past the mic, and she's like, hey, what's your last name again? I was like, man.
Oh,
That's where you go. Cody has been a great
Right.
addition. We're
Like,
gonna miss him so
You
much.
can
Cody,
hear her say it, too. And I was
thank
like, oh,
you.
man.
wow.
Cody, thank
hey, how
you
long?
so much for your.
All right.
Oh my
How long
gosh.
did y'all's award show?
An hour, baby. In and
An
out.
hour?
Dude, he told us,
Dang.
he told every head coach, he said, hey, you got 60 seconds to a minute and a half to get through all your kids.
Yeah.
That's nice. We went an hour and 45, and our AD's wife spent 20, I think about 20 minutes talking of that hour and 45. Because as soon as she started talking, I started a timer on my phone, and when she got off stage, I held it up.
That's crazy. Like, so for ours, I would say easily ours went for 2.5 hours.
Oh yeah.
But part of it now, I don't know how much it affected it. It affected attendance wise, but we had like a really, really heavy rainstorm come through like right as it began. So like a bunch of people came in late and whatnot. But it was funny. Like we
Oh.
Now we got
Who's pixelated now?
Hey,
It's
picture.
funny now when it's someone
Take
else.
a picture.
Get a picture.
Got it.
Mr. Pixels over here.
I know it shows on my end like, hey, whatever. So
It's funny when it's
trying to
it's funny
reconnect.
because he's a Joker coach.
yeah.
Pixel
Anyways,
again.
ours was 2.5. I like y'all's idea of limiting the time because like I went 6 minutes for mine, but like other coaches did that or went longer. So
6 minutes.
I was like a minute and a half.
Josh was like,
I might have been a minute.
he's like, Adam Garcia.
Yeah, but I had I had at least 5 or 6 kids when like
You just you.
oh
Wait,
Just me.
who shushed
You
me? I
Slappy.
didn't shush nobody.
Oh, you Cody.
You did
You
just
moved-
shush me.
You
You
just
did
moved
just
up.
shush me.
You moved
Cody.
up.
Ooh, I just
I
moved up a spot. Yes, sir.
Or
And it's
Johnson went
live.
down.
And it's recorded.
Let's go.
This is bullshit.
Let's go.
If I
Hey.
shushed you, it was not intentional because even my kids
Be-
sometimes say
just-
that in class. They're like,
Just
"Dude,
to
you
be
snap?
on
Are
the
you
fence
shushing
here,
us?"
you did shush him.
You
I don't
shushed
even
him.
realize I do that sometimes because even my kids in
man.
class sometimes are like, "Are you shushing us?" And I was like, "What? What are you talking about?"
Man.
I guess
Yeah.
I'm so
It's-
used to like,
it's-
shh, shh, shh.
Man.
It's
Someone
subconsciously.
did you dirty. You literally shushed me.
Someone
And
interrupted
not-
him one too many times when he was a
Yeah.
kid.
Or he's never had a chance to speak and he finally does, and now he takes
Oh,
advantage
shit.
of it. What
Jack,
a jerk.
if it was
He shushed
I don't
him.
even know what the word is, like
I'm just gonna keep interrupting you. I'm not gonna let you say anything. How about that? How about we just move on to the next topic, you jerk?
I
shushed him.
I seriously apologize. I don't even have a shusher here to shush people, but
He
wow,
shushed him.
great. Now I got to plot and plan even better now against Cleat.
Yeah,
He
you got to
shushed
go
him.
to two. You went down 2 notches, man.
Oh, that's awesome.
Man, actually,
I'm gonna listen.
You got,
We're at
you
minute
got one
40.
today. You got
44
more,
minutes.
You got
I'm gonna go
leverage
back.
because you got leverage because you just messed up one time in the last calendar year, not 3. So you're okay.
No, now he's messed up twice in the last
Yeah, he's
calendar
missed it
year.
twice and now we're even, so whatever.
No, it's not twice. 3. Who did
2
the
to
math?
3.
2 to 3, man.
That's that
Alright.
more education, I know.
Whatever. I'm over this shit. Whatever, buddy.
I'm over this shit.
Whatever, buddy.
That's great.
Yeah, I hit you with a buddy.
Anyways,
Wow.
we're gonna make it. Cleat's downfall is gonna be the ultimate. Like
Oh, it's
Cleat's
gonna
gonna go
be-
from 1 to
I'm
the
gonna
number
make
1
it.
lottery pick, like the Spurs,
It's
right?
gonna be the best thing ever. I'm gonna make a damn graphic about it. Post it on
Oh, it's
Twitter.
gonna be great.
and
It's gonna be a meme. We're gonna make a meme about it.
Yes, I mean,
Here goes Frazier. Oh, here
Down
comes
goes
Pixels again. Here comes Pixels. Here comes Pixels. Here comes Pixels again.
what?
It's my said it was gonna collapse on me.
Oh,
It's almost as bad as when I fell through the roof here.
Man,
at my house.
I
Yeah,
wish-
man. You don't remember this story?
mm-mm.
I
No.
wish there's a video or picture.
Tell the story. Oh, there it is. Never mind. It's pixels.
He's pixelated.
Oh no, wait. He's back.
So when we first moved into the house, Hannah went off to a bachelorette party in Lubbock, and she gave me a list of honeydews, which were normal husband type stuff on a Saturday, and it was after football practice, and it was when I was a fluffy fella. So I'm up in the attic, and my foot, I was wearing flip flops or Crocs or something, and I'm on the edge of the not Crocs, I don't know Crocs. Anyway, I'm on the edge, and I got a big foot. I got a size 15. So not very many places. Yeah, not very many feet. Not
That's
very
where
many
you go
15s.
Ross.
Yeah, it's fucking Sasquatch.
That's not where.
That's where you go Ross.
Yes. Anyway, so I'm standing on this thing and my foot slips and I fall right down through the ceiling in our hallway. And I hit my ribs and I'm beat up pretty bad and I couldn't lift up my arm for a week. And
I think I remember that. I think I remember you telling us this.
And I call lovely wife and I was like, hey, your honeydew list is going to have to wait a couple of days. She goes, what do you mean? I was like, and I'm on FaceTime and I show her the ceiling and she goes, what did you do? And I was like,
I'm fine.
I fell 350-pound man fell through the roof and every bit of it I felt. And my dog is staring at me like, that's not supposed to be that way.
Hey, so pause this thing. It just since you said that, Jack. We talked about it last week with Jack's transformation. Okay, just so our audiences can see, right? Okay, so everybody bear with me real quick. This is what Jack. This is where Jack was at one point when we were both together in PI. Okay, there's Jack. Okay, just to show you the amazing journey he's been on. And this was Jack.
Pixels again.
Yeah, he's pixelated.
There's Jack again. A couple of years later.
Good old teacher of the year right there, though.
Heck yeah. Shout out to Hannah again. So hopefully Jack saw all that. If not, we'll do it again.
Oh, dude. The
We got
and Hannah when he did that, she was probably laughing. She's probably giggling to herself.
Oh yeah, she's not. At first, she's probably got really
She's
upset.
concerned.
No, she wasn't concerned at all. Trust me. She
What
was
the
not
fuck?
concerned.
What
Yes,
the fuck,
that's
Jack?
that's what happened. That's what I heard. And then it was.
What the fuck, Jack? You not watch where you're going?
I just remember him complaining about his ribs hurting for like weeks.
And I text
Oh gosh.
him, goes Frazier.
Okay, Jack, what did you see last?
The picture of me and Hannah.
Which
PI?
Thanks for
one?
that.
The PI.
The PI one, the blue
Okay,
one.
wait.
What's the
So-
other one?
Okay, so the other one was this one right here.
The teacher year of Hannah Garcia.
You got to get
not
the
Jack
whole
Garcia.
thing so that way people can see that he's borrowing a chicken.
You go chicken
I'm
legs.
definitely not borrowing a chicken. The only person
I don't
that
know,
buys chicken
man.
is the Garcia.
There's a lot of days you skip. There's a lot of days you don't
No.
skip at the gym, but I think leg day might be one of
I
them.
do not skip leg day, man.
Adam,
He
it's
definitely
one
doesn't
thing
skip
that you
leg
need to do, and he started doing it, but it's a slow process. Is to get this man to downsize clothes finally.
Hey,
Like this
Bro,
dude jet to
Is
downsize.
he still wearing the 3XL?
Yeah, it's a-
Yes.
It's a process, though.
It's a process, man.
It's
I can't do
expensive.
I agree.
Yeah.
I
It's
think Adam needs to
expensive.
help with this.
Yeah, you can't overnight go from wearing 2X to wearing XL or
Well,
whatever.
Yeah,
the
man.
problem
It's a
with-
lifestyle, baby.
This has
The
been like
problem
a year
with
and a
Jack,
half in the
too-
works now, almost 2 years now. He's lost all his weight.
The
It's
problem with
trying
Jack too is
overnight.
he's so damn tall, so he has to get the
Oh,
XLT, the 2XLTs.
Hey,
And
don't
those
even
are freaking expensive too.
don't even go there about it being so tall, and he's gonna freaking roast me here in a minute. But I don't care. It's going
No,
down.
I'm not gonna say. I said it's a process, brother, and it doesn't help that the coaching staff gives me
Yeah,
bigger
you
stuff
should
too.
be-
I got to buy myself stuff, and then they get mad when I don't look like
Look-
everyone else. Well,
you
you give me
look
stuff
different.
that's 3.
You're talking about him being tall. You should see the pants that he keeps wearing. He wears these ones jeans, and I don't know what they are. I need to figure them out. But
Women's jeans.
dude, they're like
They-
high. He's like flooding about 3 inches. Like I mean, he's
Here,
rocking.
are they cuffed?
high water-
at the
They
ankle?
are joggers, bro.
Hey,
They
no.
are joggers.
No,
They're
you wear
blue jeans.
joggers.
No, they are
Yes.
blue jeans, and he is high riding the hell out of them.
Joggers.
Ah.
Jack, I have a little respect for you before the
Hey,
game.
that's
starts.
fair.
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you. I wear crop jeans, so I can't say shit. You gotta show off the
But
shoes,
also-
man.
but
Not
also-
all of
yeah,
us walk
but-
around in freaking Brooks all the time.
Yeah,
your
and also-
your old
and
ass
also-
men out there.
But,
We got some
I mean,
shoes.
Hey,
Yeah,
respect
come
your
on, man.
respect your elders. You
But hey,
son of
man,
bitches.
I'm sorry.
Oh God,
I'm sorry.
this man can't even roast anybody because his pixels.
Hey, this is
Big
a
picture.
new commercial for Verizon. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Nope.
Oh,
Drop call.
Oh my gosh.
this is funny. This is great. This is great podcast right
He does to Adam. You need to
Oh,
get
yeah.
on him. His aren't just like capri pants and all that bullcrap, whatever. His are just high, like they don't fit. They're not long enough. They're too tight on his calves, and it's just showing off everything.
Hey man, he wants everybody to see what he working with.
Yeah, I usually don't say nothing.
Yeah.
I'm glad he's finally wearing smaller clothes, but
Oh, no doubt.
he's rocking those jeans. That's for sure. He keeps
Hey.
wearing.
Y'all, it's kind of pivoting here. So, did y'all see the Commanders today? Their trademark got denied for their name, and they may have to freaking change their name again.
Again?
Yes, their freaking trademark got the name for the trademark got denied, and so they will have to change their name again. The U.S. Patent Office denied the trademark of the name Commanders. So,
Say why?
I think they said someone else like filed it before they did.
Shouldn't you have done your research on that before you ever picked the name?
You figure, but no one else. Who wants to buy the name Commander and trademark it?
I'm just saying. Yeah, but like as a multi-billion-dollar friggin' corporation,
Well,
business,
Uh,
Well, at
It was-
that rate, can like anybody go?
Speaking, I'm glad you brought this up. I got an interesting topic.
Because
it,
it said that the existence of the trademark Commanders Classic is pending, filed by man in DC area. So
Pending
the
is
annual
this
college
guy.
football game between Army and Air Force is the Commanders Classic, and
Oh,
so
dude.
that trademark was filed and now the Commanders may have to change their name again.
They're gonna throw enough money at
But
that
if,
guy.
but,
Yeah.
but the
Jack said
trademark,
too,
but the trademark is for the Commanders Classic.
but it had, again, I glanced at the article.
Yeah, I don't, but
Hey man, he's not a lawyer, bro. He's a teacher. Let him
I
be.
know that. I know.
Let
I
him
know.
be, man. He don't know the logistics. That's
I would feel like
they
I know.
just-
None of us are lawyers.
they may
he
they
moved
may
the
have to
room
get
and
a
it's
new.
gotten worse.
They may have to get a new name. My vote is either go back to the football team.
Get that one. Get this one. Somebody please get this. Get this one. Take it. Hey, everybody do it. Everybody do it. Everybody do it.
Do the look.
He's gonna say,
This
"You
is great.
jackasses."
This is awesome. This should be part of our like from now on. Like, or anytime somebody gets frozen, like we have to like all copy that picture,
Yeah.
get a photo of it.
But yeah, I saw that today. I'm thinking, what the crap? That
That's
didn't they? And he hasn't even sold that team yet, right? Dan
No,
Snyder.
it's in the
No,
process of being
it's
sold for like the record amount, like a 50
yeah.
million, but it's not
Right.
finalized yet.
I thought he pulled the trigger on it already. That's what I
He
was under the
did. He
impression. Of.
did. So I was listening to Pat McAfee. If you listen to his podcast, whatever show,
Mhm.
whatever. I don't even. I think it's just
Shout
about
out Pat
him?
McAfee.
How about him getting paid?
yeah. Oh, big time.
Mhm.
But they said that they had. I don't know. I don't remember who they had on there. You know, one of the ESPN guys. They have. I guess I don't want to. You don't call it finalized, but it's like a temporary contract type thing. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's. I guess like almost like an NIL.
Like the investment group filed, like
Yeah, it's like almost like a college guy saying, "Hey, I commit there," but theirs are more on paper, like, "Hey, we commit to buy." And I
like
think
a letter of intent.
yes, and they're working out the details in the end. But he did say, like Curtin just said, it's fixing to go for like a record deal too.
Well, the thing is, I think off the top of my head, like in the NFL and like for other professional sports leagues, like when people like I think in the U.S. It's more of like when they go through this process of somebody selling a franchise and another group coming in to buy it. It's something about like the other owners have to like vote on it or something
Yeah,
like
Mhm.
that.
he said, "What do you
So
say?" It's
that's
like,
that's what the process they're in right now. So like they have an agreement. So Dan Snyder and his group and this other guy, I don't know the guy's name off the top of my head.
it's like
They have an agreement of selling the franchise and buying the franchise for
yeah,
the amount, which is like over six
Right.
billion. And
yes,
now it's in the hands of basically
the
The
other
31 owners.
the
like
vote.
Does the Goodell have a final say on that too?
no, it's got to be the majority votes. I think from what Pat said, he understood. It's like 24 have to say yes, basically. I think
Really? So
something
really,
like
I didn't
that.
realize
But
it was that much.
you know,
Okay.
I don't know. I don't think they said who it was, but it's multiple guys. But Magic Johnson's part of it.
Oh, his
Yeah, he's part
investment
of that
group.
group. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like part of his investment group or something. So it's like
Okay.
multiple, his investment group, multiple dudes, whatever. So
Mm-hmm.
So there's like one main guy that's like the lead of the rest of the group that has like Magic and other people. Because that's it was like the same thing when they bought the was it Dodgers?
yeah, like how much is that dude worth? That dude, like he owns the Dodgers. Now he's gonna try to own the Commanders. Like, what's he next? What's next? He gonna own some basketball team too?
Well, it like I think in that group, so, like you know, say for the Commanders, like they buy it for 6 billion. And if Magic is part of that group, he's probably contributing easily millions to it. But I don't, I don't know off the top of my head, but I think there's other players involved in that group that are fronting more of the money. It just happens to be a group of
Mm-hmm.
them together.
Here's here's the thing about that. Like, I never understood. Like, after listening, kind of like what we're talking about, and then the McAfee show, 'cause they were talking about it. At this point, why don't more freaking professional athletes do stuff like that? Like, they all join together and
To
like,
go by a team.
yeah, like because like, dude, they already got the money. You know what I'm saying? Like, as long as they spend it right, obviously. Like why don't they? But I guess it goes into part of the business, and they got to deal with all the crap and everything else too.
Mm-hmm.
Probably. But you think about it, like they could pretty much own anything at this point.
Right.
I guess if that's their prerogative to go down that avenue to do that.
Yeah,
Because a lot of them do get into the business venture of stuff and invest their money here and there to generate wealth outside of playing or when their playing days are done. It's just um, it will be curious to see if more in the future follow this path. But some of them they may decide that they want to open franchises more or whatever the case may be, or invest their money in other things besides another professional franchise.
Yeah.
And I know this too. I just looked at. We are 94 days away from the college football kicking off.
Oh,
Hey, Big 12 Classic's going on right
94.
now.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's at
Oh
Global.
yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah,
Started today, I believe.
The tournaments, right? The
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
saw.
conference tournaments.
Yeah, I just saw Twitter. Dude, it was impressive. Texas guy. I know it's Texas. Jackson had something to say, whatever. I don't care. But a Texas dude, he just had a 14 pitch at bat, and it ended with like a 424-foot bomb.
Nice.
Like that's impressive on its own. I don't even care where you're from. Yeah, whatever. Get out of here, you freaking half you.
That's insulting.
Hey, they
So insulting.
They were good in baseball starting out the year.
So
Start
insulting.
off the year.
Miami.
So insulting.
anyway,
Speaking of copyright, you know what copyright ends in the next year or two or months?
What's
It's
that?
going to be Mickey Mouse.
Oh, I remember this. I remember hearing that. Yeah,
So how does that stuff work? So
it could be public domain, right?
It's about to be public domain unless Walt Disney wants to
Re-up, right?
cough up some money and re up the dough. So, but the highest, it's like to the highest bidder.
Because it was good for how like 100 years, 100
I
and
guess, yeah.
some
no,
odd
I'm trying
years.
to.
so copyrights end like that?
Cleet, we should
Yeah.
know this, Cleet. But I
Yeah.
remember it's something. The copyright was it's the lifetime of whoever
Started it.
created it plus 70
Right.
years.
Oh, okay. So they go off Walt's death plus 70.
Surely.
I think it's 70.
Surely his family keeps it up.
So
Well, it's like they can, but but if someone wants to conquer the dough, they can
No, I-
take Mickey Mouse.
Oh,
yeah,
absolutely.
because
Crappy to me, like,
Mickey
family-
Mickey and Minnie are about to
Yeah.
be public domain.
Yeah.
You should give like family first dibs or something like that.
Not if it's a multi-billion-dollar
Yeah, but,
character.
And
yeah,
think
I
about
agree with
this,
that, but it's
though.
Like
Disney
we're in a
can
world that
literally
they don't
reach
care.
their couch cushion and probably pull out the money
Oh,
it takes
yeah.
true
to
that.
pay the copyright.
Oh, yeah, I agree. But if some slappy one off the street wants to pay the money to buy Mickey and Minnie Mouse, they can. And Disney can just keep going back and forth until they get a settlement or whatever.
Right.
But it's literally
Or-
public domain at a certain time, and they can lose it. And that's
Or they create just a new IP to be the mascot for Disney, and they just got to redo all the parks.
and
What's going to be
that's-
cheaper for them? I guess is going to be in the long run.
is keep
Is
Mickey.
what's going to be cheaper for Disney slash
Well, you know.
ESPN slash Hulu slash
Everything.
what else? What else do they own? ABC.
Yeah.
Everything.
Every
Slash.
TV, everything TV related, anything entertainment wise that we all watch and love is most
Disney.
likely Disney.
Yeah.
So I just thought that y'all brought up copyright for the Commanders. It's pretty interesting how that's going to
It's-
fold out
Yeah.
here.
That is pretty wild though.
It's been nice since I don't know. I say that when Disney bought ESPN, it's been interesting. But
I'm not going to talk about ESPN.
It really wasn't bad. Like on my end, I pay for Hulu, and because I pay for
Oh,
Hulu, I
the
get
bundle.
Disney Plus and
Mhm.
ESPN Plus for free. So I
Yeah.
can't complain.
do
Think
that
about it.
bundle. I bundle ESPN Plus and Disney Plus.
Yeah, well,
Plus.
Like, if,
I
like,
watched Mandalorian, bro.
Plus.
Hulu, like, whatever we did, it just came with it, so it's kind of nice.
Plus.
Downfall is that price keeps going up every freaking year.
Oh my gosh, YouTube TV has gone up again.
Yep.
We started
Bro.
Hulu like 3 years ago. It was like $58, and now it's like $80.
You
Yeah,
see
that's
the
how YouTube TV is.
NFL Sunday Ticket? They're
$500.
They're what?
It's $500.
No, it's $249 right now. It's $100 off. It's gonna be $349 after the 6th of June.
You don't want to pay that much.
I thought about it just because my team's the out of market, just so I can watch my team.
They're not going to
Suck
Watch
and-
your team.
Just
What?
my team. I just get
But your
pissed off
11
that people-
quarterbacks?
Yes,
And you
exactly.
keep giving players away for nothing.
Holy crap! Yeah, that's the only reason I would watch. Just so I watch the Titans suck and just be mad.
Because you can't watch them on Red Zone because they don't ever get there.
That's the truth.
Ew.
That's
Shots fired.
Hey, there's no lie. That is a freaking true statement, Adam.
Hey, when did they get in their new stadium?
They just got it approved, so it'll be a couple years.
Oh, it just got approved.
Yeah, because I wonder how that's gonna work
That'll be a cool
with them. Because aren't they building it on the footprint of the existing stadium?
It's on the parking lot
Yeah,
where it is already. So
Okay,
you can basically start it next year, but you also have to realize
the parking in
the
Nashville
parking
sucks.
and Nashville. So you can start whatever you want, but stadiums and venues are an interesting topic, and I mean you can go in hours and loopholes of stadiums and like that. Vegas is just put a bunch of money down for the Oakland A's to have a brand new top dollar stadium, and I think there's a not a Miami, but a Florida team just put a bunch of money in for a big stadium that's in the works too. And I was telling someone the other day, would not surprise me if Dallas, if Arlington hosts the Stars and the Mavericks in the next couple of years. The way it looks,
You think they'll rebuild the rebuild? So what's going to happen to the AAC? I wonder if both those teams leave.
Good question.
I mean, either because that area right there. I mean, you might as well just tear it down for a parking lot because you make more money. You make some money on the parking lot.
Yeah, but I think that's the only reason why it's staying afloat is because the Stars and Mavericks are still there. So,
Right.
It's not a bad area. Don't get me wrong. The
It's
AAC
really
is
not
awesome, but where's the tourist people going? Arlington, Texas.
Yep.
Frisco,
or Frisco.
Texas.
Arlington or Frisco.
Yep. Hey, your A&M just got walked off by Arkansas.
I saw that. It was 6-5, I think, and 11.
Like that. Somebody hit a grand slam.
Yeah, they're playing South Carolina in an elimination game tomorrow.
Are they?
Yeah.
Gamecocks. That's a heck of a name.
That is a heck of a mascot. How about the Green Wave of Tulane? That's another one that's pretty.
That's a good one.
That's a pretty good one.
I like the Chanticleers from Coastal Carolina. That's a good one.
That is a pretty elite mascot. I always liked RIP Coach Leach when he went on the tangent of the Pac-12 mascots.
Yes.
That was a classic Mike Leach rant.
Yep.
Speaking of Mike Leach, did y'all see? I showed Jack. I know on Twitter that they're doing the NCAA in 2024. Did you see the cover that they're talking about doing?
Mike Leach.
Yeah, people were talking about trying to do it. It's like him with an eye patch.
Yes.
Why not?
Yes, do it.
Hopefully they do it. I don't know. I think if somebody made it probably, but I was like that'd be freaking epic.
How about Mike Leach NCAA football and just make it the franchise like John Madden? I would buy it. I mean,
yeah,
we
would all buy
it.
I was about to say you're going to buy the game anyways.
You are not lying on that one. I will. Get your damn stick straight. I'm about to beat y'all's ass.
Or you might just rage quit again. I mean,
either way is going to be good.
Either way,
it's gonna be good for somebody. It's gonna be good for somebody.
Cheap
How long has it been since the NCAA video game has
14?
released?
14.
Yeah,
I think
14.
Oh, 10 years. It feels longer than 10.
Yeah. Well, you also know the gaming world has changed and evolved so much since then. So if they butcher NCAA football like they butchered Madden, we're in for a world of hurt.
Yeah,
they got a lot of pressure on them to make it really, really.
Oh yeah.
Now,
They should have kept it real quiet and then a month let it come out.
Hey, by the way, we released this game.
Yeah,
I can guarantee you, EA Sports is making it so it's going to be like Madden. So if you don't like Madden, you're not going to like the college game. So it's not going to change.
Right.
They're just going to add some features that Madden doesn't have.
Well, they said,
but it's not going to be like a huge difference.
Yeah,
but they said EA people said they are going to make some new changes, definitely for the game, because they've just kept recycling the same software that they've had for the last 20 years, and they said that they're losing profits on Madden because people aren't buying it as much, so they're going to have to do some changes, or it's going to go
bye. Yeah,
I was evolving that.
Dang, I remember spending hours on the online dynasty for the NCAA football.
Yeah, the
recruiting
franchise
and
or the
all-
road to glory, the road to glory
Yeah.
or whatever.
no,
Yeah.
yes, it was so much fun.
That one was
I
fun.
just
Did you ever play the NCAA baseball game?
Here we go.
Oh my
What you
god!
say?
the
That game-
05.
Get out!
Yeah, I don't care what you say. That game was freaking epic.
Get out of here.
I have played it,
You're
I
out.
but you remember the NCAA
Hey,
basketball
pixels can't
March
fucking talk
Madness?
about anything. Take a picture. The pixels over here for the hate on
March
some random
Madness game.
freezes.
They used to
Yes,
come
the
out
March
with
Madness
two.
game.
That was a lot of fun.
What are you talking about?
March Madness, man.
They
What
used
do you? What is
to-
Cle?
the
Oh,
NCAA
okay.
basketball game. They would
He,
come
cha-
out
he,
with.
Yeah.
he changed subject because he don't want to be on timeout.
They had Kevin Love out there shooting hoops
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, here you
So,
go.
during the loading
Here's your
screen.
That
going.
was-
Kurt. Can you guess the cover athletes of NCAA since 2000?
Ooh, I know.
Ready?
I know.
The
what-
most recent one was Denard Robinson.
start. We'll start with 2000. Anybody have a guess?
Michael Vick.
Then
No, is it Dion? Not Dion. No, it's not.
No,
Not Dion.
2000.
2000?
No, I got no idea.
Is it Ed Reed?
He's a running back.
It was a running back.
It was.
What, Peterson.
What school?
No.
I'm not telling you the school.
Okay.
Tell me the
I'm gonna
rank.
give it away.
Can you give me the conference?
2000.
Toby Gerhardt.
2000.
Wasn't he on the cover though at one time?
He was just not in
2000.
2000.
It was like
Florida State guy?
Nope.
No. Okay.
Miami.
Nope.
No. 2000.
2000. No, Josh, I see your eyes. You're googling it.
No, I'm not googling nothing.
I can't guess yet. I'm kind of surprised.
It's Peterson.
No, it's not Peterson.
Peterson
Not
is not
2000.
that old.
Barry Sanders.
Nope.
He was on there though.
Yeah, he was in 2010, I think.
Reggie Bush had to be on one, didn't he?
Yeah, but
He was
Yeah,
on
but it's like
Florida.
05.
Reggie Bush was
04.
05.
it's Big 12.
Big 12.
Not Eric Dickerson. What's his name for the Longhorns? Right.
Cedric
Cedric Benson.
Benson.
Oh,
Cedric
really?
Benson, the other
Ricky
one.
Williams?
Ricky Williams. Yep, that's where I was about to go next.
That's
2001.
Hey, baby. One for me, baby. One for me, baby. Let's go.
I gave you all the answers. I literally gave you.
There you go. I'm marking it down. Curtain one.
Oh, that's trash. That is trash.
Oh, get out.
all right.
I literally
2001.
said running back, the college, and the running back that was before. Man, that's trash,
sorry.
Ola.
Whatever.
2001.
What a piggyback.
01.
2001.
Yeah.
Toby Gerhardt.
No.
Sean
Matt
Alexander. Sean
Ed
Alexander.
Reed.
Ooh, Sean
Sean-
Alexander. Cleat
From
got it.
Bama, right?
Yep.
Okay, very good.
That a boy.
Played Alabama.
You just pulled it up, man. You
that
cheated.
was
good.
Yeah, he cheated. He pulled it up.
2002.
I'm looking at y'all.
Toby Gerhardt.
Eventually, that's going to be right.
2002.
Yep.
Matt Leinart.
Nope.
Ooh.
What's his name? Played for the Heisman post, right?
I don't
It
think
wasn't
so.
Howard. Howard was like
99.
Wasn't Howard.
Oh.
2001. What
Right,
are we on?
receiver.
2002?
Larry Fitzgerald.
2002.
Larry Fitzgerald.
No.
No.
I think that was the first.
He's 03.
That was the first NCAA game I bought. Was like 03. Was Larry Fitzgerald on the cover.
I think he was
position?
03.
Defense or offense?
It right.
Offense.
the quarterback.
Receiver.
Quarterback.
2002.
I'm looking this.
Carson Palmer.
Oh, quit looking it up, Cleet.
Carson
Yeah,
Palmer's
Cleese,
a
stop
good one.
cheating. Yeah,
That's a
Carson
good
Palmer's
guess,
a good guess.
man.
I'm looking this up.
Very good guess. Cleet.
Don't
No, Cleet.
don't.
Put your phone
Charlie
down.
Ward. No, he's not there.
Warren Moon.
It wasn't Matt Leinart either.
No, not yet.
The Heisman for that year.
Matt White.
2002.
No.
It wasn't Matt White.
I looked it up, so I'm not going to say it.
Damn.
I did look it up.
Now you can't
I
Conference,
play
looked
the
conference.
at
game.
2-1
What's
up.
the conference?
I looked
What's
at
the conference?
2-1 up.
What's the
the conference?
Eight. Hold on,
The
trust-
conference ACC.
ACC. Yep.
Michael Vick.
No.
And he was a quarterback?
He was a quarterback. Yes.
I don't even know
ACC.
where did he play at in the NFL?
Ken Dorsey.
I'm not sure where he played at.
I don't either.
It's
Ted Lasso.
It's one of Curtin's favorite teams on this earth.
Stafford.
Miami.
Oh, Miami.
No,
LA Rams.
sarcastically
He was
favorite.
being
team.
sarcastic.
Florida State.
Yes.
Florida State quarterback.
What is his name?
Chris Winkle.
Yes.
Chris
Let's
Winky.
go.
That's really not Winkle. Or I guess it's like Winky, but whatever.
Whatever.
2003.
Larry Fitzgerald.
Nope.
Matt Leinart.
Nope.
Toby Gerhart.
No.
It's not.
Reggie Bush.
Nope.
Reggie
No,
Bush is
he-
05, you jackass. We already talked
Yeah.
about that.
So if you get
He's
05
saying
right,
Toby Gerhart.
so if you say 05 Reggie Bush and get it right,
No.
right, I'll be pissed because
Not
Adam
Bush.
should get it right.
It's not VY.
Uh,
VY
So
was
what year are we
06,
on?
right?
2003?
2003.
Three. We went a long time. This is 14 games in 14 years. A lot
We
of
went
college
2000
football.
on other stuff we did.
2003.
2003.
This game is stupid.
What conference?
You asked the baseball guy. He's not going to know.
Oh my gosh! Why did Pac-12?
What?
Big 10, Michigan.
What you said?
No,
Big Ten.
I said
Big 10, Ohio State.
Pac-12.
Pac-12.
Oregon.
Yes.
Joey
quarterback
Harrington.
for Oregon.
Joey Harrington. Clinton got
Boom! Let's go.
I should get half of these points. I'm giving the answer.
Let's go.
it. 2004.
Matt Leinart.
Nope.
Palmer.
Toby Gerhart.
I've actually met this person.
Carson Palmer.
Yes.
No, somebody would.
We got it.
USC.
Yeah, Clint got one. F you,
Please.
Chris.
Reggie Bush.
2005.
Matt
Reggie
Leinart.
Larry
Bush.
Fitzgerald.
Larry Fitzgerald. Cleat got it.
Okay.
You. I'm giving you all the answers. Oh my goodness.
2006.
Reggie
That's young.
Bush.
Nope.
No.
Toby Gerhart.
Matt
Oh,
Leinart.
that's the Oh gosh.
Matt Leinart.
No.
Barry
Desmond.
Sanders.
Desmond Howard. Desmond Howard.
Oh my goodness gracious! I'm tired of this crap.
Okay.
2007.
Matt Leinart.
No.
Reggie Bush.
Reggie Bush.
Oh, Jack got it.
Reggie Bush.
I got one. Yeah.
2008.
Toby Gerhart.
No.
No.
Matt Leinart. 2008.
No.
Reggie.
Oh, hey,
Tim Tebow.
Jack, it's your
Oh.
boy,
Tim Tebow.
Kellen
No.
Moore.
Chris Leak.
Kellen Moore.
Crabtree.
No.
No, Crabtree was like 09.
08,
08, 09.
Are we in 08?
Conference.
Oh,
Go. Big 12.
Ooh. They're going to be.
Cincinnati. No.
No.
Oh,
Notre
no.
Dame.
I believe they're going to be anyways.
Notre Dame.
No, they're the Mountain West.
Mountain West. TCU. No.
Currently-
No,
Currently-
Boise State.
Oh, Zach Zabransky.
Zabransky.
Oh,
Yes.
They had the Statue of Liberty with Ian Johnson.
Wait, who got it first?
Well,
Jack got it.
I'll let Jack have it because I don't even have a dog in this fight,
Okay.
right.
as Michael Vick would
I
I
say.
also think Adam said Zach and it's Jared.
Yeah, I would have not got that one.
But
Zabransky, Zach, Steven,
And
Riley.
So that was 08, 09.
09.
09.
Toby
Tim-
Gerhart.
Hold on.
Tim
Time out.
Tebow.
Time
Reggie
out.
Bush.
Time out. Shut
Matt
up.
Leinart.
It's the last. So
Easy.
09's a little tricky because they did co-covers. They
They
had
had
1,
three, right?
2, 3.
Toby Gerhart.
Was it for the different like video game systems?
Yes. So
New ours game system. We're Xbox here, so Xbox.
Xbox.
Okay, so Xbox. All right, cool. Got it.
Conference.
SEC.
Alabama.
Nope.
LSU.
Oh,
No,
Arkansas.
Arkansas.
Arkansas. Darren
the
McFadden.
Denver Falcons.
Oh, dang it!
Yeah, I got it.
Shit.
Anybody want to guess
Fuck.
on the PlayStation version?
Yeah, Toby Gerhart.
Nope. I know you gotta get this.
Matt Ryan.
Nope.
Conference.
Where are we at? Pac-12.
Mariota.
Nope.
Brother, I promise you, Pac-12, Stanford, Toby Gerhart.
Nope.
Aaron Rodgers. Is it
Andrew,
Rodgers?
Andrew.
No, Andrew,
Is
you're
it
out.
Cal?
Luck. Andrew Luck.
What?
Andrew
California.
Aaron Rodgers.
No.
Luck. No.
You got Cal.
Cal.
Oh,
Marshawn Lynch.
Marshawn Lynch.
Nope.
Not Aaron Rodgers.
Cal. Receiver.
Yep.
Cal.
Deshaun Jackson. Oh no, he
Sean
was
Jackson. Curtin got it.
Deshaun went to Cal.
Yep.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
I won't count that. But
Hey, here we go. You want to guess the PlayStation 3 version?
conference.
Sure. What conference?
Toby
ACC.
Gerhardt.
ACC.
ACC.
Michael Vick.
ACC.
Matt Ryan,
What
Yep.
year are we even in? What
Matt
year is
Ryan.
this?
Matt
9.
Ryan.
Boston
Oh, man.
College.
Was it Matt
I
Boston
remember him at
College?
I remember him when he was at Boston.
10.
Matt Ryan's at Boston
Matt
College.
Ryan. We already got it.
Okay.
10.
You can
Oh,
go
I
the
know
Wii-
that one.
You can go the
Yeah,
Wii
yeah.
version.
I remember
Anybody
this
want
one.
Wii version?
10. Robert Griffin III.
Anybody
No.
want Wii version.
When RG3?
Wait.
It wasn't.
2010.
10. Reggie Bush.
Hold
Matt
on.
Leinart.
Shut
It's
up.
your
Conference.
Hey, don't shut up, me.
Stop.
Jabroni, you asked a question.
I gotta stop you because
He asked for the Wii version.
it's
Oh.
multiple. Well, we're going 2010. We'll skip that, but it's multiple deals for multiple systems. So Xbox version,
What
2010.
year are we in? Okay, 2010.
10,
Xbox version,
Big 12.
Big 12.
Michael
Robert
Crabtree.
Griffin.
Who said Crabtree?
Adam or
Yeah.
Cletus.
Adam.
Adam. Okay.
Okay. Let's go.
You only got 3 game systems, buddy.
PlayStation 3.
Toby Gerhardt.
No.
He's bound to be on one of them.
Vince Young.
Right, eventually,
No.
right?
No,
No.
Vince Young.
Pac-12.
Pac-12.
Marcus Mariota.
No.
Pac-12.
This was
Pac-12.
actually tough.
2010.
Utah.
It's Utah.
The
Is he a
for
quarterback?
Utah.
Yep.
The quarterback
I have
for
no
Utah.
idea.
Oh,
Quarterback from Utah.
Alex Smith
Nope.
is the quarterback though.
He's about the only quarterback from Utah I know.
I couldn't even tell you where he played. That truth.
Did
Or
he get drafted, I wonder?
I couldn't tell you.
Oh, fair enough.
Never even heard of the guy.
Well,
I don't know.
I agree. I'm just saying. All right, we can skip that one. It was
No,
Brian,
I want to know, though.
It was Brian Johnson.
Yeah, I would have said that.
So PSP version.
PSP?
Toby
Yeah.
Gerhardt.
No, this is a good one.
Toby Gerhardt.
Y'all can get this one. No.
Vince
Conference.
Young.
Conference? Pac-12.
Vince Young.
He's not the Pac-12, jackass.
Pac-12.
Oh shit, I didn't.
Jesus Christ.
Matt Leinart.
Stanford.
What?
Andrew Luck.
Stanford.
No.
No.
Oregon.
No.
UCLA.
Washington.
No.
Oregon.
No.
USC.
Oregon State.
USC.
Oh.
Mark Sanchez.
Mark Sanchez. You got it.
Okay.
All right.
Orale, viva la raza!
2011.
Toby Gerhardt.
Oh.
Robert Griffin.
No.
Tebow.
Barry
Tebow. Got
Sanders.
it. He got it. Tebow.
Damn.
All right,
2000
Toby Gerhardt's out now because
2012.
we're too far in.
Robert Griffin.
No.
Oh.
Marcus Mariota.
No.
SEC.
Yes.
Mark Ingram.
Got it, Jack.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice,
let's
Jack.
go.
Nice, Jack.
2013.
Conference.
Big 12.
Robert Griffin.
Jack got it.
Damn.
And the
14
last
is
one,
Robinson.
boys. Last
Denard
one.
Robinson.
Bernard Robinson, Michigan.
Well, slap
No
the
shoes.
corner got it.
No shoes, tie and butt. Bernard Robinson.
All right.
It was fun to play with in,
All right,
in
so
that
I-
game.
What, is it close?
I kept track. Adam got 2. I got 3. Cletus got 5. Jack got 5.
Yeah,
All right.
let's go,
Tiebreaker.
baby.
Hold on, I got a tiebreaker because they actually have something on here. It's kind of cool. Tiebreaker, and if we want, there's 2 tiebreakers if we want to do it. It's up to y'all. We want one.
No,
or we
just
want 2
one
questions?
tiebreaker. One
All right,
tiebreaker.
one question. Which school had the most appearances?
USC.
Texas.
Alabama.
Well, shit. They're stupid. Why do they do that? That's dumb. All right.
What the
do
fuck?
that. Well, they put the schools on here, and then at the bottom they decided to put somebody else tied them. Like, you can't do that shit. But so we'll go to the different one. Which position had the most appearances?
Quarterback.
Cleat.
Oh, I heard Jack first.
Oh,
Really?
that's trash.
I heard
That is
I heard
trash.
Jack. I heard Jack.
Trash.
first.
Boom! Get your
All right,
stunner.
Go back. Do you want to? Okay, you heard it. So go back. What are the 2 schools that are tied for the most appearances?
USC,
Texas.
Alabama.
Texas. Texas and
One. Jack's got 1.
US. Okay.
Alabama or is it USC?
USC.
USC.
and it's not a Big 12, it's a Big 10. Ohio State.
Michigan, not
That's
Michigan.
got it.
Michigan,
USC,
really?
they're
All right,
tied with
so
three.
Jack
Really?
won.
Oh yeah!
Hey,
He's happy because he finally won one.
I know, right?
I got cheated last week.
All right, I got one.
Collusion.
I got one to end the show, and all four of you can work together. It's not a competition; it's to work together. You're gonna
We're working
name.
together.
Yes, this is the NFL we're talking about now. It just happened to be this way again, back-to-back weeks NFL. According to Chat GPT, right? We all know the AI stuff coming along, whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
It
Oh,
came
I
out.
need to talk to you about that. After.
Yeah,
It
this
came
is-
out. It came out with the top 10 NFL teams since 2000.
Oh shit!
So you got to go with the team and the year. And so it doesn't matter what order. Jack, it'll be similar to those other videos that we.
So the best NFL team of all time from 2000 to now.
So the best teams since 2000, the top 10 teams.
The 03 Ravens have to be on there.
Nope.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, shit.
The Patriots, the first year of the Patriots.
Nope.
The greatest show on earth.
Nope.
The
That was
Rams.
99. That was 99.
Oh, it was-
To 2000.
Hey, what year did
2000 Steelers.
What's that?
Steelers.
Which year?
They're
07? 6?
8.
Nope.
The Cardinals year. 10.
Nope.
9.
Nope.
I think
11.
he's going to get it.
Nope.
The
It's the
2012
Steelers,
Packers.
though.
Hold on. What? Nope.
2012 Packers?
Nope.
Damn.
Is the New York Giants on there when they beat the helmet catch? What year was that?
Nope. Not on there.
Oh, really? Damn. We've gotten zero so
The
far.
16
by the
Dallas.
way.
We got the Steelers. We just got the year.
What
So
year
you
did
got
we-
nothing.
The 07 Steelers.
He's got pixels.
Nope.
06
09?
Steelers.
Also, no.
Oh,
The 05 Steelers.
05 Steelers at number
Okay.
9.
Y'all are fucking trash.
Bro, I gave you man, stop. You're like Josh, piggybacking on the answers. I gave you.
Hey, but y'all are working together here.
Hey,
So,
the Chiefs. The Chiefs have to be on
He's
there.
got to be on there somewhere.
Okay, so the Chiefs are
the 2021.
2019.
21,
2019 Chiefs.
19.
Bro, y'all are trash, man. Trash. Bunch of trash cans.
They are number 10. They came in at number 10. So far we have
Okay.
the number 9 and number 10 teams. 2000.
I'm
should have
sorry.
put the graphic
Is Tampa in there?
They are.
02 Tampa.
The 02 Tampa, number 8.
Oh, you guys are trash.
We're doing this together. This is a group activity. This is a team
We're trying to
building
make it
activity.
We're trying to make it
Team
trash.
building.
I give him the Steelers, then he comes in with the 05.
Bro, you guessed 15 years.
I can't remember the last time the Steelers were relevant.
Are the Packers in there at all?
Nope. Nope.
Damn.
Are
Seattle.
the
on there?
Patriots in there at all?
Seattle's
Oh,
teams
Seattle's
on
on there.
there. 08
Yep.
Seattle.
Nope.
No.
2012 Seattle.
13.
13 Seahawks,
13.
number 2.
Dang.
Denver Broncos. The
Hold up.
14 Denver Broncos.
Peyton Manning year.
Nope.
That's 15 Denver
Oh.
Broncos.
Wait,
The Broncos are not in the top 10.
Shit.
Ooh.
The
Oh, the
Carolina
Patriots.
Panthers.
The Panthers are in the top 10.
Cam Newton.
2012 Panthers.
Incorrect.
13.
2013.
Incorrect.
14.
14.
2011?
Incorrect.
Where did Cam Newton go?
15.
15.
The 15 Panthers. come in
The
at
losing
first.
team. Timeout. The losing team.
Bro, they had the number 1 offense and like the number 3 defense in football when they got beat.
Their defense was trash.
The number
Oh,
50
the
the 2015 Panthers is number 7 on the list.
Niners.
Nope. Not on the list at all.
Really? Wow.
16 Cowboys.
Incorrect.
The catch year.
Toby Gerhart, baby.
Incorrect.
You got to
Um,
spit it out one time, you know.
Yeah.
The
Well, the
Patriots.
Eagles.
New England Patriots team has to be on there.
2006
Okay, so-
New England Patriots.
Calm down. So I'm gonna go with Cleat first. Cleat said the Eagles. The Eagles do show up on the list. What year?
But it's the year they
05?
lose their first year with Andy Reid.
Was it 04 or 05 when they got beat by the Pats?
2000,
Or is it the 23 Eagles?
No.
2011.
14?
He's literally telling you. To take
No, They won the Super Bowl.
04.
2004. Oh, okay.
2000.
T.O. and McNabb and Brian
They lost.
Westbrook and
So
The losing team.
they
the
lost
losing-
that year.
it's just saying the top 10. It's not saying if they won it or not. It's just saying the top 10,
Oh.
the top teams since 2000.
I'm thinking
So-
of winners here, and
I'm thinking
okay, that
winners
makes-
too.
I'm just saying it just all it says is top 10.
Are
teams
the Falcons on there?
Saints.
No, the Falcons are not on the list.
The Saints.
The Saints are on the list.
Oh, what year did the
08
Saints win it all?
Not 08.
11.
9?
The 2009 Saints come in at number 3.
But they are a winner.
3? Really?
They are a winner. So they were
Dang.
The hell is number one?
I'm trying. To, has to be a list.
2003 New England Patriots.
incorrect.
Oh, the Patriots are on that list
They're on the list twice.
twice. So it's one of their 7 Super Bowls
2000.
they've won.
I was going to say it's one of their crap
2008.
Number 3. It's their number 3. Their
Nope.
third ring, correct? Their third ring.
I think it was the Julian Edelman catch.
So not this hint will probably get the Patriots are on here twice. One of the teams did not win it, and one of the teams I think won it.
So the
catch-
undefeated season was on it.
undefeated seasons on it.
But was it the number 3 ring?
I don't.
The Rams.
2006 New England Patriots.
No, this would have been before the Rams. I think maybe when they beat the Falcons or
The
The
20
Rams.
2006.
They played the
2008.
Rams. They played the
No.
Rams twice.
No, you're doing too much.
no, not the
Josh.
first time. Not the
You're
first
doing
time.
too much, Josh.
Second time now.
Anyway,
So
okay,
obviously, the Patriots are on there twice. We just got to guess the year.
What year did they beat the Falcons?
16 Patriots.
Is it 16 Patriots?
the
One of them?
16.
And then the other one was when they were undefeated and lost to Giants.
The
So what year
16
did the
Patriots
Giants
came in number
win?
4.
Oh,
What year
Number
they
one.
beat the Giants? 2006?
oh,
5?
Oh,
I think it's 08.
7?
7.
2007 is correct.
They're number 1?
They're number 1 overall, top 10 team.
I believe that.
Do we
The
have all
last one. There's one more.
number 5?
Number 5.
Is the Bears?
Nope.
Ooh.
Did they win the Super Bowl?
Huh?
This team win the Super Bowl.
Yes, they did.
Ooh.
What year?
Stop.
Not the
They won the
Niners.
Super
Okay,
Bowl.
so they won the Super Bowl.
Philly.
Is it the Ravens, the 12 or 13 Ravens, where they beat the Niners?
Nope.
Is that the Joe Flacco team?
Yeah.
And he got paid after that year and stole
Trying to
money from the
I'm
NFL.
trying to remember Super Bowls.
No, Falcons.
They had it.
Shit.
Well,
Who's the halftime show?
I don't know. It's a long time ago.
It's a long, so it's early 2000s at
Early
least.
2000s for sure.
There's your other hint. Long time ago.
Is it the 2000 Rams?
Panthers. No.
Did Rams go in 2000?
No, 99. And then
Oh,
they
no,
went
no,
back
sorry.
to
That's right.
Then they lose to the Patriots.
01. This team had a dominant defense.
Packers? No.
The Ravens. The Ravens? The 06 Ravens?
No.
Oh, 01
04
Ravens.
No.
02 Ravens.
No. There was just a documentary. Or there has been a
03.
Oh, my God. They beat the Giants like 41-7 in Super
the-
Bowl.
02
bad-
Giants, Ravens.
No, not in 02.
The Bad Boys. Gosh.
The Pistons.
Ray
2000
Lewis
The two,
The bad boy
the
Pistons.
2000
Ray Lewis got-
Ravens.
convicted of murder.
Yeah, let's go. We ain't so trash after all. Yeah,
Yeah.
go team.
Who
Yeah.
did
Number
win the Super
one,
Bowl in
go
2000?
Patriots.
So number 1 was the 07 Patriots when they were undefeated and lost to the Giants. Number 2 was the 2013 Seahawks, which I believe in 13 they beat the Broncos.
Yeah,
Right.
they just
Love
mental
that.
Peyton Manning. Yeah,
Number 3 team was the 09 Saints when Drew Brees came after Hurricane
Katrina.
Katrina. Won the
That's when
Super
Adam's
Bowl.
conspiracy theory.
Oh, of course.
2000. Number 4 was the 16 Patriots when they beat the Falcons. Right? Is that when they came back from
Yes.
their deficit?
Yeah.
deficit?
Yes.
Number 5 was the 2000 Ravens with Ray Lewis and Ed Reed and that dominant defense. Tony Saragusa and all that. Number 6 was the 2004 Eagles, who lost the Super Bowl to the Patriots, but had Donovan McNabb and D.O.
Brian
7 was the
Dawkins was on the team.
yes, Brian Dawkins.
Mhm.
2015 Panthers, were at 7. So I'm guessing it's Cam Newton when they lost to the Broncos in the Super
They didn't
Bowl.
just lose; they got embarrassed.
But they were the best team in the NFL.
Yeah.
Was
Number
that
8.
Cam's rookie year?
Wear D-wear, baby. They wear D-wear.
I don't think it's rookie year. 2000. The number 8 was the 02 Buccaneers when they won a Super Bowl with
Tony Dungy.
Gruden.
No, that's John Gruden.
John Gruden,
Warren Sapp
Yep.
and that defense.
Brad
Yep.
Johnson, quarterback.
Brad
Keyshawn
Johnson.
Number 9 on the list was the 2005 Steelers. So that was when
Ben, baby.
Baby
That-
Ben.
That was probably one of the greatest Super Bowls that never get. That's probably the second best Super Bowl we never got to witness, or we witnessed that they don't get enough credit. That's the Cardinals Steelers Super Bowl, correct?
05. Yes, because the next one they won.
Larry Fitzgerald had a hell of a game that no one talks about as much as it
Yeah.
should.
The Steelers' second one was against the Packers, right?
Yes.
Yes.
And lost, right? Or they won.
That was the Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron
Just got
Rodgers.
double checked, right?
Yeah.
Wait. So the Steelers won 2 Super Bowls with Big Ben. One they beat the Cardinals, and the other one was.
Did they beat the Packers that year?
No, Aaron
I
Rodgers.
could have swore the one with the Steelers. It was later on. Like it wasn't 05. It was later on.
2010.
Okay.
It was
Where they
09.
play?
It was in Dallas. It was the same year that Adam's conspiracy theory makes sense. The Dallas Mavericks, the Dallas or Texas Rangers were all in the same place in Super Bowl. The Super Bowl, the World Series, and the NBA Finals were all hosted in Dallas that year. And that was 2009-10. 10-11.
Trying to think in 2005 who the Steelers.
Aaron Rodgers' first Super Bowl, 2011 with Mike McCarthy.
No, you're right. I'm thinking 2005 Steelers who they beat.
Did they dismantle them?
Was it back to back the 04,
That was-
05?
Wasn't that Santonio Holmes catch?
Yeah, the back of the end
2005?
against the Cardinals. Yes.
Oh yeah.
Okay, 2005 Super Bowl.
So who's number 10?
Is that the Chiefs?
Patriots defeated the
Chiefs was number
Great.
10.
Great podcasting right here. Silence.
Well, no, I'm trying to look up the.
The Chiefs are number 10. The 2023
Oh.
Chiefs.
So in 2005, the Steelers beat the Seahawks. Super Bowl.
Okay.
That was Bill Cowher and
That was Sean Alexander, Hasselback.
Hines,
Those Seahawks.
Hines Ward. All that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even think that was the best Steelers team, to be honest. That's my
And then,
opinion.
Let me see where we're at. And of course, 19 Chiefs. That would have been Patty's first one, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was pretty cool. Little. I like doing this. I think every week we should rotate it. Everybody should find something to like. Cleat, next week you should find something. Or Jack should find something, or Adam should find something to do. Our little-
Hockey. Y'all be ready. Y'all know nothing.
You didn't either. I must have
No.
you.
I'm googling it just ahead of. I'm googling it ahead of time, and I'm having notes ready. Fuck hockey. I'm just kidding.
Hey, well,
Easy, man.
Whoa.
hey, good news is, Curtin, we can, like 4 of us can actually do that. You know, logistics guys got to work.
That's true.
Yeah, summer,
Hey.
baby.
If we're gonna go hockey, I'm gonna go soccer then too.
Oh,
You can't don't do soccer. No.
Yeah,
I
you're
said,
Fuck
don't
it.
do hockey.
Which
You have
team
to, you have to
is
stick to
most
either
worried?
baseball. You have to stick
Fuck
to
it, lacrosse.
Thinking more like
you gonna do cricket.
Nobody knows nothing about
Hey,
lacrosse.
I'm doing
cornhole toss.
cricket.
I was thinking like
Look, all y'all.
mine was gonna be like the best, the most like ratings, like viewers on a sporting event of all time. That would have been mine.
Well, like
That's
the
mine.
Super Bowl is gonna be up there, obviously.
Well, not all Super Bowls were watched. Like,
No, I know what you mean, but
you know,
most,
like okay, I'm gonna do college. How about that? And don't Google that.
most viewed football game.
No, most viewed college event.
Cleats definitely gonna cheat.
Okay, so it's gonna.
He's been
limit it
cheating.
to-
I was gonna say
Been
you-
cheating.
That's gonna
Cheating.
limit it to national championship games and March Madness, basically.
Yeah.
Or like women's. You didn't watch like College World Series baseball? That's going to be on there. Like the championship when Oklahoma State or Oklahoma made their rally. Like everybody was watching it and tuned into that.
I'll
Could
Google it.
be.
I think for
North
this we'd have to
Carolina
stick to
Cinderella.
like the three major sports like football, baseball, and basketball, and go from there because that we're all pretty knowledgeable in those.
Some of us.
Jordy,
This guy.
Some of us.
80%.
You know what? Whatever. I'm
Jordan.
going turkey meat.
majority.
I'm not no turkey meat today, man. I went with the Rangers today.
You gotta.
Cuzzo,
Hey.
Alhambi.
Hey, speaking of Rangers, how about freaking Evaldi freaking going off last two starts?
Man, his ears perk up when we get a chance to talk about baseball. But yeah, man, he's been killing it, man. I've been killing it, man. I'm glad the Rangers are finally winning and they can stay relevant for the last
Fuck the
whole
Astros.
season. I think hopefully they can stay relevant. You know,
Yeah, I agree.
hey man, I had to take a jab at your Yankees today, Josh.
Ooh, he did.
Fuck the
I-
Yankees.
I literally said today, you know, they talk about the new Reeves and Lakers decision with Reeves or whatever. And I said the Lakers are like the Yankees and the Cowboys. They got so much money, they can buy any player they want, but they just don't, and then they still can't pass the hump. So take it as you want. I'm a Cowboys fan. I know the feeling. They put all this money in people and they can never get past the hump, especially
They just paid Aaron Judge, and what has he done?
Remember, Josh.
Oh, Aaron Judge
Father's
is actually
Day's
on
coming
fire
up.
right now.
Is he?
He is
Hey, man,
actually.
stop.
He's
He's
starting
actually.
off slow.
Well,
Father's Day.
but since he's come back, like he's actually on the same pace or a little behind the pace he was on last year.
Oh, good.
Father's Day is coming up, Josh.
Okay, I'll call my dad in England.
Oh,
No,
hello. Did you eat your fish and chips today, Papa?
Hey, don't knock it until you try it. It's delicious.
Eat my
I
fish
bet
and
it
chips,
is.
Hey, so when are we actually going to go? Let's all go
Papa? Go where?
What? To where?
to England.
Man, you cannot try to plan anything because you're about to have an EHA and your time is about to be over from all of us. You might not be able to podcast unless the little one's on your shoulder.
You're going to be right here on our podcast, too, except we got to, well, she can't hear the language, so we're good.
We'll ask
That
her
you
a
know
question.
of.
Who's
That
the
you
best
know
parent?
of.
Well, that
Then,
Who's
hey,
the best, Mama or Dad?
her first word's gonna be dickhead or cock holster.
Yeah, probably because of y'all assholes.
Her first
Can you
word
say
is
cock
Jabronis.
Jabroni.
You candy ass.
That should be a pool. What her first word is? Mama, Dada, or food.
Jabroni.
That's a long pull that y'all going to have. That's
And-
going to last a while.
And candy ass.
Yeah.
Yes.
Her first word.
Know
Candy
me.
ass.
Candy.
Asshole.
Yes.
Cockhole.
Pendejo.
Cock.
Pendejo.
Taylor. Where'd she learn that? I don't know. Jack.
I don't know.
Why you just throw me under the
Jack.
bus?
Yeah. Oh, Clee, you're throwing Jack under the bus. Oh.
Stop. That's not even worth value.
I was gonna say Josh tried so hard.
He hyped that up just to get knocked out. Like the Yankees season every time they play the Astros.
Yeah, that's what I'm used to. A lot of
Yankees, daddy.
1 year doesn't count. They cheated.
yeah.
They've owned the Yankees the past about 3 years, bro.
Yeah, but you still got that asterisk.
But 2 years they cheated, so technically
20
they only owned them one.
I just look at it. I just look at it. I look at it from the perspective of 26-2 or whatever it is.
What?
Yeah.
That 3/4 of your titles are from like the 1930s?
Hey, there's still titles.
Hey, speaking of that, are they play the Astros again this year in Houston?
I think they play in June.
Are you gonna go?
That sounds right.
I want to try to.
He's gonna be decked out in Yankee gear, baby.
Yeah, we go because I'm 1-0 going to that.
Hey, that was
Yankees
hey,
in
that was
town, 1-0, baby.
That was whenever Taylor had the freaking Hawkeyes and saw you.
Yeah. Oh, that was crazy. All right.
Dude,
Yes, I know we're still recording, but so like, was it 2 summers ago? I paid a little extra, like $250 or so, and got a really badass seat.
250?
hey,
It was some no. It
we
was
got free tickets.
it was a Yankees. It was one ticket in the Yankees Astros. It was literally 7-8 rows behind home plate to the left, so not directly
yeah.
behind it to where you can see it on
Yeah.
screen,
He
but
was
like,
right on the side of the dugout.
right on the Yankees dugout, like down the line, like
Yeah, it was-
perfect.
they were
It
great
was a
seats.
badass seat, and it was a game where Cole was pitching. So
Yeah.
this was it was the perfect game to go to, like,
It was
for a Yankees fan.
cold.
Was it Derek Cole's
Greinke was
like
pitching.
his first year
I
or
think it was his
first
first
start
year in
coming
New
back?
York, right? So like he pitched a complete game, shut him out.
Mhm.
It was a 1-0 win for the Yankees, and Judge hit the solo bomb.
Not only a solo bomb, this dude
So
hit
it
it
was like the
over the
perfect game
railroad
to go
track.
to as a Yankee. Yeah,
And Greinke was pitching too. Like it was a hell of a pitching game to watch.
it was a
And
great
Greinke
game.
actually was throwing good
Yeah,
that
like he threw
game,
good.
which is
Yeah, he threw really
surprising,
good. The only mistake he made was the judging ball, literally.
right? He
But
probably hung something
yeah, I
like a
can't remember.
curve, probably his curve.
But it was crazy. So like we got free tickets. I got free tickets from my uncle, and we were sitting like where Josh was sitting, but we were sitting up. And you know, like that
Like the
second
next
deck
level
that's
up.
like that like second deck that's like really small behind home plate. You know, there's probably like what,
Mhm.
2 rows back there. You know, like suite section basically.
Right.
We were sitting in that section, and we were like directly behind Josh. And so like we get there, and it was a packed freaking stadium.
packed.
Like it was a packed game, and we get there, and we're walking around, me and Taylor, and we had to go like up the escalators and like do all this whatever. And we walked close to the escalators, and she's like, "Hey, I think I just saw Curtin." I was like, "What?" I was like, "Out of all these freaking 100,000 people, like there's no way, not even close." And so then I end up calling him. He was actually there. It was crazy.
Yeah,
That's funny.
He texted me, and
That's
I was like,
awesome.
"Yeah," and he's like, "Yeah, Taylor just saw you." I was like, "No way!" So like we met up and stuff. Because that day, like they had driven down for the game and then drove back that night.
Yeah,
It was pretty
Oh,
crazy.
yeah, it was rough, but it was dude. My uncle gets free tickets. Like we could he gets free tickets to like all that stuff. Like we went to Houston Rodeo 2 years ago. 2 years ago and watched Parker McCollum for free, and we were I don't know what 8 rows up from the dirt probably.
oh, nice.
And like most of
That's
the time,
awesome.
most of the time you go like if we go to Houston Rodeo, it's always sweet ticket, and it's like all you can eat, all you can drink, because he's usually got a
Yeah.
client like some kind of business client in the
I'm trying
suite.
to
Like
I'm trying to think.
go.
I think I've been to 3 Astro games since I've been here. The Yankees game, a World Series game, and then they played the Mariners last summer. We went for a game.
When you go to we all need to go to
And
like
I
any game.
I think the 3 games I've been to, I might be one more I'm missing. I think 3 for sure. The Astros have lost every time I've been there. So
Oh,
it's
yeah.
been
You
need to
say
come
the fuck away from Minute Maid, you little bitch.
Hey,
You
so
stay
in
the
coach's
fuck
school,
away
you
from
have to
Minute
make sure you
Maid.
go so they lose a game.
I don't think they're in. I don't think they're playing during
They're not?
coaching school
yeah,
this year.
and
No.
the only thing unfortunate about coaching school is that when people are there and when we are on our retreat here for our staff is that I will be in Cali at Disneyland. So
Oh hell
Oh,
yeah!
that's right.
I won't even be there. We'll be.
I get to
We'll,
go see Mickey Mouse.
USC.
I won't be there. We'll be on any time now. This baby's about to pop out, and we got to run.
Oh, is that the what's she do?
August 9th is due date, but
Okay.
you're getting close right there. Was it like the 18th, 19th, 20th or whatever?
Yeah, you're like what 2 weeks out, so it's
Yeah.
like she could come anytime.
Literally, yeah.
And have a baby.
And have a baby.
Oh, I'm so proud of you, Josh. Good job. Wowie, wowie, wowie gonna kick ass.
But on that note, boys, as always, appreciate it. I feel like every time we record, we get longer and longer because we just sit here and just shoot the shit and have a great time. Again, appreciate you always. For all of y'all, you always have an impact on my life with the stories that we tell and the fun times we have of busting each other's balls and telling great stories and do sports trivia and talking about sports and coaching and impacts and all that kind of stuff. It's always great to have this time with each other and also time to catch up. You know, pre-recording, we catch up with each other about what's going on in our lives, and we do it post-recording as well. So it's always a great event. We easily kill, I would say, at the minimum 4 hours with each other, 5 hours with each other, pre, during, and post-recording. So it's always a blessing to be with you boys. Appreciate you as always. And without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, remember you can find us anywhere podcasts can be found and YouTube, and we're on Twitter. But without further ado, that is the DBAB podcast.
Good job. Remember the last